All right. That's clear, right? Okay, so yesterday we began somewhere, but today we're going to begin elsewhere. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your sacrifice in Africa. Thank you for the things you do. Thank you for availing yourself for this job. This job, in the next 5 years, we'll be having it in one of the largest convention centers because this place is just small. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the opportunity also. So let's have affirmation. Africa must emerge, and for Africa to emerge, you need you to first agree that you can do that. Because if you don't agree that you are the solution to African problem, then you're not making it. My office do visa procurement, and people come to us and ask us, I want to travel to Germany. I want to go and live there. I say, we don't do visa for those who japa. So if you want to japa, I cannot help you. Because you're living responsibility and you want to go and find comfort. So if you want to go and find comfort, I don't have business with you. But if you want to contribute to the growth of Africa, then we can talk. So, and I want to say, no, start from the beginning. This is not the beginning, I hope so. Okay, so all right, thank you. So we're gonna go together here and say, your right hand up again. If you were here yesterday, you know how we practiced it. Your right hand. Please don't put your hand in your pocket. Are you an African? Yes. You love Africa? Yes. Your right hand up. I am an African. I am an African. My presence in Africa is not an accident. My presence in Africa is not an accident. I am born for purpose. Formed for impact. Positioned for transformation. I carry the global trade code. I have the code for African emancipation. I crack the code of wealth creation. I am a creator, a builder, a producer, and a global force. I turn African idea into global product. African resources into wealth. African opportunities into prosperity. Africa changes because I arise. Africa prospers because I create. Africa prosper because Africa become great because I take responsibility. I refuse to only consume. I refuse to only consume what the world creates. I create what the world consumes. African history cannot be written without my contribution. My impact and my name. I have the code. I crack the code. I create wealth. I transform Africa. So help me God. So Africa needs you. Stop buying visa to go and help Europe. And let me give you one statistics that Europe is dependent on Africa for survivors. Yes. Last year, statistics came out that the whole Europe had 6.4 birth rate. 6.1 million birth rate. But only Nigeria, 7.6. Only Nigeria have 7.4 million. Man, if the way Europe is going, they need you to come. That's why they are saying opening your gate. So come, leave because they are going. You are the one here. Don't give them that hand. Let them come. We will serve them. African population is moving the world now. And you're in the largest country where Africa... when I look at population, I cannot be poor in Nigeria because anything I sell, I can sell granite and become a millionaire. Granite can make you rich. Just know how to package it right. And once you package it right, supply it to ShopRite, if they are still there. If they're not there, find another right shop to supply it to. And before you know it, 10 people want... the problem we have in Africa is that you want to sell car. Please sit down. Everybody wants to sell automobile. If you ask, you're looking for big businesses to do, so that you can answer big name. Let's say I am Chooks Automobile, something real estate. Man, Dangote did not look. He started with salt. Even you, if I ask you to sell salt now, you might say, "Tobias me, just say salt." Does it sound right? He's the richest man in Africa and the richest black man in the world. Well, he's salt. If I give you 1 million, 10 million now, and give somebody who understands what the language of consumption, 10 million, you go and buy a car and want to sell. But if I give you 10 million, you buy a car and sell. Give me 1 million, I will not buy a car. I'll go and buy 10 bags of salt. Or if you 1 million can buy me as many bags of salt as I want, I'll package it. It does not have price. Have you ever seen anybody price salt before? Have you gone to the supermarket, you want to buy salt, you say, how much is salt? Because it's a commodity that everybody needs and it's everywhere. You can just put your own label name, package it in one nylon now. And the more beautiful it becomes, the more it attracts people. You can even add color, add it, find one name and say, well, you know how they say brown salt, brown sugar. Sugar is sugar. Salt is salt. But once it changes color, it becomes special. So it is not poverty that is doing you, it is your mind. You're not thinking. Anyway, I'm not here to cause you nervous. Thank you once again for the opportunity. Thank you. So yesterday we began from, we stopped at somewhere. So let's go back to the class. So cracking the global trade code, we started from importation. So 2 questions now. If you weren't here yesterday, can I see your hand? You were not here yesterday, you came today. That's a good move. So because of you, I let some number of people. I'm going to give you 1 minute backward before we go forward. So yesterday we started from importing and sourcing to building a profitable business. That's what we did yesterday. And we bridged it and explained it on how importation is important to product mastering and product selling, and we did that yesterday. So please go with me, the person on this. Move. I'm going to abandon this, so let's use this. Thank you. All right, so we now talked about our daily product, and we agreed yesterday, I used an analogy, that everything that consists of a man is a product. The water you take is a product. The only thing that is not a product that you don't pay for is the air you breathe. Every other thing is purchased. The toothbrush, your food, your water, your spoon, everything is a product. So you must be thinking of, I can't keep on consuming people's products. I need to actually contribute. What product am I going to create? So we talked about mindset, strategy, vision. Please, let's move. Let's move. So we'll move this far. Let's move fast. So, all right. So we jumped. So I need to break it down. We have Past, but when we stopped at value chain control yesterday, how many of us remember that's where we... So value chain, we talked about profit is not about selling. It's not about selling. You see, people pursue profit. Once your mind is on profit, you lose the real goal. Every businessman that put energy in making profits will lose why you're in that business. The major thing to create that profit you're looking for is to give value. Let people be satisfied. Then you control that market. So before you know it, sometimes my wife asks me, you're not thinking of profit. I have done several business of millions, sometimes $1 million, but I make sometimes I do 10, 15 containers, and in one container I make 20,000. And one container probably might be, person pay me 30 million, I'm making 20,000. And my wife asked me, how stupid can you have me 20 million, 20,000? And the person was so happy. From that same person, I have gotten jobs that I made one container 5 million. But the first thing first was not profit, was relationship I was targeting. So that relationship established trust that you can actually leverage on. Pastor wrote a book, Leverage. Well, I didn't plan. Do I need profit? Yes. But that's not the first thing first. Create the relationship first. Create value. I have the value. So you come, my first attempt is not to rip you off. My first attempt is to pull you close to me. So first thing first. So we talked about the value chain control. So once you create value chain, you create a product that has value, you control the market. If you notice that Dangote is actually controlling the oil and gas industry right now. How many years is he in there? It's less than 3 years. But everybody is talking about he caused problem because he controlled it. Up to in cement, he's still ruling. In sugar, he's still pulling down. So because he understands that language, control it. Value chain control equals to profit control. And I made an example yesterday. If in Royal has their standard price, you cannot ask them how much is their profit because they have set a structure. They control the market. As long as you want Royal AC, Royal TV, you buy. You will not ask, what's your profit? Because they already created the value. So what you want is the TV, you're not interested in how much they make. So let's fast track. Let's fast track, please. Okay, so this is where we are going to start for today. How many of us sell product here? You sell product. You have a shop, or you have a shop where you sell, whether online or physical shop. You have where you sell. Okay. Many of us are civil servants. You don't do it, you just collect salary at the end of the month. Please, I need those people who collect salary. Okay, thank you for supporting our business. So at the end of the month, we collect your money. Have you seen that at the end of the month when they pay salary, they queue? But they have list of what they are going to buy that day. So position yourself and know that. Find the people who earn salary, or those people. They have your money. Those people they can buy for Africa. Thank you guys for buying. They just buy. So, but I'm here to help you think that you can actually own. Instead of buying, you need to do something. Because there's some of you looking at me like you have 1 million in your account. And you're just thinking, I don't want to take risk. If I just put this million in a business, I don't understand. This business will just fizzle out like all of a sudden. Let me stay where I am. All right, so what international business means? Simple importation. We'll continue. That's its continuation. Ownership is the goal. So when you start a business, your goal is ownership. Ownership is your goal. So ownership. If you're not planning to own the business or own the product, you shouldn't be in that business at all. The problem, the Igbos, have you noticed that most of the Igbos who do importation
who do importation, they will import product. When they are getting to 50, 60, 70, the money start dropping. Have you not noticed that the energy is no more there? The energy, that energy that they used to run from China, from player to post to making the money, is no more there. The structure is not there. So the finances, children are growing up, demand is coming. Money is not coming as it used to be. So they will begin to all of a sudden, that man was a very big importer. They will be making reference to him. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. That guy that used to import, that we know him. Very soon he will become a history. Once you don't own a product, you'll be a history once you die. You can be import, in fact, own 20 containers every month, 100 containers every month. But once that product does not belong to you, immediately you die and forget you. In fact, be you whoever you want to be. The only way to stay afloat and be recognized in Africa is to own a product. You can own any product. I have a friend of mine who does hair. You know who does what is it called? Only lipstick. Her lipstick is selling everywhere. Ladies, you know Younger Beauty? Okay. Younger Beauty. How much did she start lipstick? Lipstick business, do you need 200,000 for it? You don't need money. You just find it. And most of those things are already in the marketplace. So you just buy and say, write my name. Customization is what they are doing. Customization is the goal. So we are coming there. So ownership, importing is the only entry point. So when you start business, you want to import or you want to sell a product, you can start from there. It's good to start. Buy from somebody, import from somewhere, and sell. That's a good start. But in as much as you want to start from there, you should be thinking of, where will I be in 1 year? What is my strategy in 2 years? What will be my next step in 5 years? If you have that plan, you know that when we began, Pastor talked about my product yesterday. When we began, I already know that I import in containers. Sincerely speaking, I don't sell pieces. When I import like this, I just import one container like this, and I just go to one market. I say, hey, I have one container. The total amount of the container, clearing everything, purchase and everything, is 40 million. Give me 43 million. I collect my money, I'll not go. I'm not ready to come and tell you to say, hey, run a job from pillar to post, take 1 piece, take 10 pieces. I no day for that story. So I just take my 2 million, imagine it, and I'm gone. Because that money need to keep running up and down. And sometimes in a month, we have like 5, 10 of that money. Apart from the logistic company, we ship for other companies, we ship for other. But that one is, I just see a product in China and I know I like it. I just say, okay, I buy it full container. I come to and say, okay, you want it? Yes. Give me 3 million extra. Carry the job. And that's how I go my way. But when I discovered that ownership is the goal, I began to customize some of those products we started with. That's how I went to the factory. I built by myself, I built a brand. I built a brand that I can beat my chest and say, I know the quality it's made of. That when I'm marketing it, I can tell you 2 years down the line, if anything happens to you, come, I will give you another one. I had so much energy when I was telling Mom about it, I said, if anything happens to this blender in 2 years' time, don't even bother, just send it back, we'll give you fresh one, because I know what I'm selling. So ownership gives you that energy to market what you know. If you don't own it, you cannot be speaking of it like that. You can be talking about your product as if you know, because you know the component is made of. By the way, the factory that even gave me the body doesn't know where the machine came from, the motor came from. So, you know why Apple don't have fake? Do you know why? Apple do not have fake. How many of us uses Apple phone? Have you seen the fake before? Do you know why Apple cannot be customized or cannot be faked? That's what we call control chain system. Apple's charging port come from Taiwan. An Apple earpiece come from Japan. Apple has 148 suppliers to make one phone. So, and each of them do not know anybody, they don't know any of them. So, by the time you transport your own to US, this one will transport their own to US. Another person will receive, because that's what we call chain supply. So, by the time you compile it, they will package it and find one company in China and say, couple it for us. Your job is to cost your job to. That's why I say coupled in China or assembled in China, assembled in Vietnam. And when they finish assembly, they use helicopter. I was in China when this trade war, American trade war and China trade war. Now private jets they used to come carry iPhone 17 because it was already coupled. Private jet carried it, went back to US. You don't consign them. Apple began. They were about to launch that. They were about to launch Apple 17, iPhone 17 when that war was happening. They control their product. People are waiting. They are launching another one in September 9th. Everybody is eager to get iPhone 18, even me, including me. That's value control. See, Apple knows how to keep their customers in suspense. They will keep their customers in suspense. Somebody who does, the product is not out, but you're waiting for it. Jesus. I don't want to go. If I go far, I will keep talking about this. Let's move on. I think this TV is off. All right, so ownership. The objective is product ownership and brand authority. So we talked about authority. So when you know your brand, you know your product, you have the authority to speak of it. You can tell somebody that I know this. But when you go to the open market, which Nigerians are good of, they just go to China and buy whatever you see. You come back. When you buy blender, when you go home, you plug it. He said, these people, they don't even bring anything good for this country because you two are looking for the cheap one. When I tell you how much my blender is, you said you buy and you say, oh, this one a thief. Because I know the quality is made of. Buy peace of mind, don't buy quantity. So, inside global flow, success comes from positioning yourself inside the global flow of goods, not just outside as a buyer. So your success is in positioning your product. Success comes from positioning yourself inside a global flow of goods. Find your need, find a system that you can position yourself, then dominate it. You know, when God said to us, go to the world, take dominion, and you're coming here, you're being threatened by things. When I got into logistics in Nigeria, there's already big players. I'm sure all of you know that there are big players in Africa. Men who have visited their pot belly. Look at me. I don't even get this. My pot belly, I'm not sure I go feel I can ever get them. So, I'm not threatened. I created something they will never in their life. That conference that happens in a hotel have never been thought of in Africa. Imagine a system where custom come, NAFDAC come, everybody come. We'll be discussing commerce, import, tariff, documentation. So when you come to that conference and you go, whose company or shipping company are you going to use? Of course, you don't have option because that is a trust. You don't have option. The goal is to get you in here. I will send knowledge to you and grab you because I have what it takes. I've sold the knowledge to you. I'll tell you my cousin yesterday. Are they here? They're not here again. So, Position yourself. Let's move. So, I need to move fast. Next. Market, and another title is a global trade wealth machine. That's what I call global trade wealth machine. A system, a machinery that you can follow that can give you stability and understanding. So what I call market imbalance. So for you to own a product, you must understand there are market imbalance. Products are cheaper in those countries of manufacturing. So what do? You find those products that are cheaper in Asia, in Europe, America. You find it. What is your community needed? Your community, what do they need? How do you solve a problem? This morning, a friend of mine sent me a message. You know what he sent to me? He said, Tobias, he said how do we find the solution to women menopause? That's another market. Women don't want to get aged again, so it's a business. How do we find this? How do we find a drug to be selling to them so that they can be taken and it can work? I told him, create the market, I create the product. And I'm very sure our Chinese has access to that. I just need to do a research. As I speak to you, when I'll be in China maybe in less than 2 weeks, I haven't even bought my ticket by now, I'll be in China in less than 2 weeks. But I am telling you, there's a solution that even if it does not final, it will extend them 5-10 years. Something you can do to get your hormones stay longer than 42, 45. I assure you it will come very soon. Once they start talking about it, know there is something. So I told her, no problem, Bimbo. Just get the market, I'll find the product. Because me, I'm a researcher. I research for a living. Every time I solve I solve internet, I'm just there sleeping. I sleep there. I don't come out every day. In fact, I'll be driving like this. I'll plug my Korokwe has a Apple Play. So I will just plug it and I'll say, chat, how are you? I say, fine. So let's talk. I can talk with chat for over 1 hour. We are discussing. So, and you're playing Alanta in your car. When you own your car, you play Alanta. So how do you gain knowledge? When you come down, your life will become Alanta. So, the reality is that you must find a cheaper product outside there, then bridge opportunity, the price gap, create arbitrage. So, advanced operators add value. So, when you grade it there, define the product, you find out, okay, how do I bridge that gap? Pastor was talking about the crack yesterday. So, there's a crack, there's a gap. So, how do you bridge it? So, that's what you're going to do. Then, no product is created in one step. That's a value chain. It must. Where is that? Dolapo? Give me that tea. That thing I displayed for you yesterday. Find it is on that bag. So yesterday, I want to use this example again for you. Thank you. So we talked about this yesterday. This product, when I mentioned Dogoyaro yesterday, people were laughing. I'm not saying there's Dogoyaro inside here. But I tell you that what is inside here may be in your backyard. That's the only thing I tell. Because there's nothing in it. Is it not herbs? Is there any herb that Africa do not have? Let me even shock you. Everything sold in Africa, imported into Africa, comes from Africa. Your shoes, the leather. Do you know how many containers of leather that leaves Apapa? Every year. Every day. Is it the lighting, the stones for this screen? Do you know how many containers I move out of Nigeria that carry raw materials, wood, metals, the thing they used to do, iron, lithium iron or lithium batteries, all these batteries you're importing? Do you think they have it there? I don't want that one to be captured, so hold on. Africa. So let's go back to this. So if you look at this product, there is something inside. Let's use dogoyaro as an example. You cut the root, dry it. After drying it, you grind it, it becomes powder. Then you filter it. Then you find this paper. Is it not paper? Then you put it inside one spoon. You cover it, seal it. Machine will just help you sew it round. You put the. So what is there? And you can call it one name, detox. Just find your name and give it. Is it not detox? Does it detox? So, when you go to the supermarket, you buy it 2,500. But the truth is that if I ask you to do this job, you say you don't have money. But this man has 100,000. This one has 100,000. This one has 100,000. Why don't you do Kalobo? We need 300,000 for this deal. We're not going to work there. We just do collabo. We employ people who work there. The company, we can do our daily work. We work in the local government, we work in the state, so we go our day while the company runs. So at the end of the week, we do checks and balance. What I mean is that you can start a factory even though you're not there. You can start a factory even when you're not available. A friend of mine in China, there are 3 that started a factory. The rest of the 2 works in the government. So they gathered their salary and gave him. But you know, that time, sometimes I don't even blame Nigeria. Sometimes, because our legal system is not strong. Do you get? If not, that's a very good, 3 people can collaborate. If there's an issue, the court will immediately resolve it. But I just trust God that the only problem we can trace is the legal system. Because with the legal system, we can have an agreement and nobody will default. Because if you default, you know already that the consequences. So, but that is why you're here to change it. That's why you're a Christian. That's why you're born again. That's why you have faith. You can trust people. That's why both of you can come together and because of the fear of God, because of the fear of God, because of the fear of God, I cannot do this. So let's work together. Then we create the world. We empower people. That's why you need to change the way you think. That's why you need to be sincere to people. So that somebody can trust you with 10 million, 20 million, 40 million. Okay, let's next one is scale. And so when you finish creating this product, the system exists. So since the system exists, is now continuity, scaling it up, and repeatability. And product is gone. You have started, you are running. So let's move. So design your margin. Profit is not an accident because the guy just hammer money. Those ones are not criminals. They don't hammer. As a businessman, when I hear one money is water, my dear, I knew. For me, money can be water, depending, is relative. But it's not when there's a system. I'm working on the system. Every day I go out and follow a system. I can't. There's a way I work for it. When it gathers, it becomes water, though. But when I'm still on the system, I can't use that statement because it doesn't encourage somebody who is coming up. The person may think he fell from heaven. So it is engineered through branding, packaging, warrant system, and differentiate your product from other commodity arbitrage. So let's move fast. So 2 things that is different between an entrepreneur and a managerial thinking. So we talked about mindset yesterday. So why you are not doing what you're supposed to do? 2 things. 2 things. Managerial thinking and entrepreneurship thinking. Talked about the managerial thinking is wait for instruction and permission. So I'm just waiting for you to send me now. So I stay here. Number 2, prioritize safety and status quo. So I don't want to take risk for anybody. Let me not bother myself. I collect my salary, I do my things. People do your business. I don't want to have issue with anybody. That's why safety, very safe, comfort zone. Comfort zone. You're comfortable, safe. You don't want to play anything that will. Depend on salary for stability. Yes. You just depend on your salary. You don't want to have issue. Avoid uncertain and risk. Operate inside the existing system. So that is the last one. Everybody operate inside the existing system. So my brother is selling auto parts in Alaba. Where? So I go to join him. We start importing auto parts. That's the existing system. So how do I create what my brother did? I just told you how yesterday when I was telling you how I went to sell lace. All of a sudden I say, now I can't sell this lace again. I need to sell something different. So it's good to start with an existing system, but don't stay in the existing system. How do I turn over? That is innovation. That's how do I turn it up. But the other side, they say, so you, as a managerial thinking, you maintain structures. But as an entrepreneurial thinking, create opportunity proactively. Accept calculated risk for growth. Build system and infrastructure. See problem as business idea. So the problem in Africa is a business idea. Have you noticed that? Okay. Have you not seen Chinese in your village these days? They're everywhere. What are they coming for? Oh, you don't know that problem you're suffering, you want to jump and leave. They're coming to use the problem to make money. They are seeing your problem as avenue of misfortune. But you are busy complaining, there's no light in this city. Why is NEPA doing like this? I don't know NEPA. I don't know NEPA. I left NEPA like 5 years ago. I don't know NEPA. Nobody don't know me. All my house is off-grid, including my office. We just finished installing 20 kVA power. In my office, we have, how many ACs? That's more than 10. More than 10. All the office is running without NEPA. I don't need NEPA. So anything I don't need, if the factory we are building in Akwa State, we don't need NEPA. That factory is seated in 4 hectares of land. I don't need NEPA. So it's not NEPA that is your problem. No NEPA. Build system and infrastructure, see problem as an idea, then design new value chain. Build structure. So the difference between you and an entrepreneur is that you maintain structure, you want to stay here. When an entrepreneur builds structures, the cost shift is job security, value creation, and global skill. So we're going to come to the last one, to this one, very important, as I run very fast this time. So we're going to talk about 5 currency of business. You know, there's a currency of life. I just finished writing a book I saw called Currency of Life. The book is ready, but I'm looking at the best time to publish it. So I have not the currency of life. I finished that book like 2 months ago. So the 5 currency of business without capital. So for those of you who didn't come yesterday, how you can start business without capital. So it's not capital that is your problem. It is your mindset. You have capital already seated inside you. You came with it. It's originally, you came with the capital. Now I went to preach in Ghana. So I told the woman of God that the problem Christianity have is that every day we close service, we share grace. When you share grace this week, next week you come to share grace. The one you shared this week, last week, what did you do with it? The grace of God is already there. So tell me what you are doing with the grace of God that you have. I mean, you don't have it. You have it. Alright. I don't know whether you have it. Because if you have it, you can't be every day sharing. Stop this. Use the one you have even received and implement. There you go, sharing grace of God. Even I'm God, I will post the grace first because you're not using it. So first, the currency of life, first is relationship. So this relationship is what brought Pastor together, me and Pastor. Relationship. If I don't have relationship with Pastor, will I stand here? Huh? Every day you're fighting with people, burning bridges. Every day when you quarrel, you don't say that. Don't talk to me again. Not if you see me on the road, look left. I don't want to have anything to do with you. If I see you, I told my wife I don't have an enemy. My wife said you might have, but they are not visible to you. I say yes. Since they're not visible to me, let them be. But I don't have any. In fact, when I quarrel with you, business issues, we quarrel. I'll call you for it and say, hey, forgive me that business. It didn't go well, but let's reconcile. Let's start again. Of course, we continue. The problem is not me. The problem was a system problem. Maybe a container delayed, and you think, let me cause up. I cannot delay the container. But it's a logistic problem. So I'll just call you and say, hey, beg, forgive me. That job, that issue will delay. No be my direct. I don't take the blame, but let's start again. So one, people open doors faster than cash. Your network is your infrastructure. Number two, knowledge. Trade ignorance is expensive. If you're ignorant of business, it's more expensive. I keep telling you, have you noticed that it is better to be poor is more expensive than to be rich? What it takes to maintain poverty. It takes energy. Selfishness. Have you seen that white people are more friendly? It doesn't take anything to be friendly and smiling. So it takes more energy to maintain poverty. Stinking has no poverty stinking people. They are very every time they see this one. As the driver was coming today, one man just nearly put the Marwa of the keke before us. So when the driver said, if you stop him now, he will tell you, you're go. Poverty has made you think that everything is all go. Poverty. Knowledge prevent loss and create advantage. Very important. The next one is energy. You know, when I can be in this energy for 5 days, we are still talking about energy. Because that is where everything. But before I forget, buy knowledge. Buy knowledge and trade it. If you have money now, go buy books, read. When I began business, some years ago, I took, if you know LASU, Lagos State University, I didn't have money to go and buy economics books, business books. But when you go to that LASU in front in the evening, in the evening, there is all these people who sell books on the floor like this. So I think it was 10,000. So I went there. I used 10,000. That's when I was buying for 500, 200. I was selected. When I finished selecting, it was full of Ghana must go. I was squatting with Pastor Felix. So I carried the thing, chata keke, carried the book. When I got home, Pastor Felix asked me, you want to start selling books now? I didn't know what to answer him, but I just smiled. I read any book that can elevate me. I read. I would take coffee in the day. I will read. I read. My brain was hot. I will read. So the person you're seeing today is a product of knowledge that have been gathered over the years. I didn't just come like this. Even the people who know me 10 years ago are surprised of me. They say, hey, not be this Tobias, we just meet in this junction. Some of I was told to come and join our secondary school alumni in the Obolaf. So when I joined, I looked at they had conversation. I just looked, the conversation are not even making sense to me. I just exited the group, I beg. I cannot think, you're far. You're not communicating. They have one hour meeting. This one come and draft voice note, 10 minutes voice note. This one will draft 10 minutes voice note. Another one draft 10 minutes voice note. This one draft 10 minutes voice note. So for me to get what this man has said, I will spend 10 minutes, spend 10 minutes. 1 hour is gone. And when this man finishes, another one will respond to that 10-minute voice note. The meeting will last for 5 hours. So when I told them that, no, I can't do this, let's introduce Google Meet. They said, no, not everybody has Google Meet. I said, I cannot be part of this rubbish. Because I'm burning my time. I don't have that long time. That's why I left the group. Don't waste your time. That is part of what I wrote in my currency, the currency of life. Your time is the currency. So, energy. There are 4 kinds of energy that you have seated here. 4 kinds of energy. Emotional energy, intellectual energy, spiritual energy, and physical energy. That means emotional energy, you can control whatever comes to you. You have the right to say, no, I cannot react to this. This is not up to me. It equals to me total. Not everything I will talk about. There's something that we will do for you. I will react. I don't react. I'll just look down on you and don't go my way. That's emotion. It's not, don't use your emotion. Don't use it for better things. Physical energy. You know, I have seen people who generated wealth. And I tell you the story of Ife Snachi. This is Enugu. Everybody knows he's from Enugu. Everybody knows Ife Snachi. Do you know the history behind Ife Snachi? That's a very high profile person in Enugu State. Do you know the history behind his wealth? I was privileged to hear his history. Are you interested? All right, so that guy was a barrow pusher. Patrick Onu, see our house. He's from, Ife Snachi is from Enugu Ezike. What is that his village name? I want to call the village name Gongo. Ubaike. Tell me I'm from Ihakobolafo. So, there's one man called Patrick Onu, old man. Those people who made money from storage. Like they store beans and now they made so much money. He said when he started storage, Ife Snachi was pushing barrow. So that's how Ife Snachi generated capital, the first capital he has. He was pushing barrow. So he will use to call Ife Snachi to come and push the bag of things he has bought to his store. That's what Ife Snachi started with. All of a sudden, 2 barrel, 3 barrel, 4 barrel. And the first barrel he used was rented. All of a sudden, he sold the whole barrel and bought a truck. That truck that has 2 car tires. And now has to carry like 5, 10 of the bag. That all of a sudden, he had plenty, was also bringing people, giving them the truck. The job kept increasing. He now bought 504. He bought brand new 504. And started using it to still transport the same thing. All of a sudden, he started buying car, buying luxurious, buying this. That's Ife Snachi. Go and make it. Ask Patrick Konu. I was pretty good. That was dead. Like the guy died. The man died like 30 years ago. Or I was small when he was telling all this story. I was small. So you can go and do investigation. How people use physical energy to generate wealth. Capacity. If you don't get brain, you don't get use what you have now. Get your first money. Don't complain. Next, trust. Trust attracts opportunities. The other one is character. Character determines endurance. So before you to do business with Chinese, they need to first of all know how you behave. It's not like you're saying, I'm paying you money today, you pay me next year. I'll be calling your phone. You borrow me money, I'll call your phone and say, give me money today. You say, if you borrow me money, which I still borrow up to today, and today I say I'll pay today and I don't have it. Whatever I have that day, I'll drop it. I say, Sabek, that 100 million. I know come, but take 20 million. I will find a way. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It wasn't deliberate. That's a and you communicate before time. Don't wait for that day for the person to call your phone and say, where's the money? So, the next Let's move on. So every product coming to Africa as a finished goods is, I have mentioned that. So global market intelligence and opportunity mapping. So identify winning product. We are going to the main thing, please. Identify, how do you identify winning product? Validate demand, engineer margin. Let's move fast because I don't have time. Next. So demand discovery method. How do I discover demand? What do people need? Physical market movement. I go to the market and do what they call market survey. But right now, you can even use ChatGPT, AI, to do market survey. You can ask AI, give me 5 products that Nigeria import from Congo. Put your country of choice. Or give me 5 products Nigeria use every day that everybody depends upon to live their life. So that's you need to evaluate. Observe traffic, stock turnover, number of sellers, and how fast the product moves off shelves. Please, can you give me a lighter? Give me those products. Give me those lighters. Our mentor, I can publicly call him our mentor because I am in touch with somebody who is in touch with somebody. So, Pastor, we were talking with Coach Charis. Have you noticed that Coach Charis sells sellotape? He's not. You know, one day he was speaking that conference we were in February. He said he sells spices for cars. I laughed. Do you know somebody who sells spices? Like you sell spice for food, like Maggi or sorts. But his own, he said he sells spices for cars. So for your car to move, you need hydraulic. You need engine oil. You need water coolant. Those are spices for cars. So for your car to move in Nigerian road, you need him. You don't know. There's sellotape here. He produces this man. Because Charlie sellotape water. And you're thinking that I cannot do this with sellotape. How will I be to sell sellotape? Oga, poverty is by you. Poverty. So this is my own brand of sellotape. If you think I don't get, I get. This is another one. I get it. They sell for open market. So this one is for relationship. We get, I think every month we have like 2 containers. I'm not telling you product. It's not even enough. The one pastor spoke to you about yesterday, Pastor, this is it. I discovered that there's a lot of people who buy lighter. All of a sudden, 1 month, the gas is. This is electric lighter. You don't need to buy lighter again. Just charge it like your phone. Pa! This is it. Or you want me to test it before you? So, demand. Are you not seeing the light there? If you bring it to gas, it catch. Finish. You're seeing the light, right? And guess how much this product costs in China market? Guess. I want you to get practical guessing. Huh? This one $1. That is 1.5. 1,300. Let's say 1.4. That's all you mean. So, 8 naira. Huh? So let's use $1,001 because I don't want to go. If we use $1, do you have 100,000? So if you have 100,000, how many can you buy? Start somewhere. Start somewhere. I don't want to show everything to you. Make so that you see that tomorrow morning. If you come there, I will tell you things you do. That 1 year you make. Go and check me on. I said, if you link up to me in 1 year, if you have 100,000 and you're not sitting on 2 million, forgive me. I will give you 5 million. Go and pay your fee. Pastor, why did you make that money? That is 50,000. Pay the 50,000 and come tomorrow. Where I met pastor, people were paying 40,000 for a conference. So, pastor, how much did we pay? 400,000. Do you imagine the gap between the 40,000 regular and 400,000 VIP? I cannot stay with you. And that's the first time we met. And we had a good conversation. How would you meet? You won't be seeing me. Poor people are there. I can't be with the poor. Eh? If your conference is 20 naira for regular and 1 million for, I will pay for 1 million. Because anybody who bring 1 million, you don't know what it is. You pay 1 million, that means we are equal. But you pay 40 to 20,000, I will have all chains sit around me. That's why I was telling my pastor that you can't stay there again. He was in regular. Remember I told you that day? Yes. Go and pay 50,000. Come tomorrow. Meet us there. So that 50,000 naira, if you don't have, do like I used to do. Pay and trek home. Jesus. You know when I say it, it's like, you give your last money and walk home. So, market demand. Then, competitive market. I don't want to go, if I go that way, distributor interest. So, who is interested to distribute my product? Very thin. Online demand. So, what are they looking for? People are searching. Replacement, I'm talking about market demand discovery method. That's it. So, price stability. Price remains stable despite competition. Demand is very strong. Any product that you see does not, every day, the price does not go high. That means the demand is very high. Like Solitaire in the market, you know, they take speed, grow. Every day you go buy at 200. Every day you go buy. It's only Naira depreciation that affects the price. So move on. I don't want to. So tomorrow, competitive mapping, value chain, premium brand, commodity, RIP zone. So I think you can look at it clearly here. So value chain, low price, high quality. The sweet spot for market entry. Deliver unexpected quality at accessible price. Look at it clearly. So if you, strategy, attack weakness. Don't compete head on with market leaders. You enter the market, you say you want to be Oga. People would have been in the market for 10 years. You just want to there, you just say so. Don't compete with them. Identify what they are missing. Just study the gap. You will notice that there are some things they are not doing. Even if it is packaging, repackage it and name it new thing. Repackage it. So next page. So products, decode the value, product selection and differentiation, and business model. So identify winning product, validate. Are we together? Yes. Identify winning product, validate demand, engineer margins, stop competing on price, start competing on value and system ownership. So this is what I forgot to let you. This is one of our product. And you see what I did? This product actually is not in Nigeria. But when I saw it in the open market for Asian market, like for Asian market, not for Africa. So you see that it has, some has USB, it has light, low light. In case those people don't want to sleep in the dark, you don't want your light to be on. You can plug your extension and on it, very low light. It gives you that light. This is our brand too. It's everywhere. It's a premium brand, copper. So I'm not telling you. What I'm teaching you is what I do for a living. So I'm not here to tell you theory. See, you notice that very practical things. So product, business model level. So how do you enter business model? Let's start from go the last page. From this business model level. Now the first model of level, so for them not to confuse, go the next page. We are coming back to this page fast. Okay. Now, if you look at this, you see import and wholesale. That is the entry point. Everybody wants to enter import and wholesale. So you buy, you sell. Number 2 is distribution. So you distribute. That's number 3 is private labeling, OEM light. So your logo on a standard factory product, just like as I have told you. My logo on a standard factory. My logo on a standard factory. Because I'm not the one that created the shape. So the shape has been there. I just customize what is in the market, and that's all. So let's go back to the other page. So next one is OEM. So original equipment. You define your space, material, performance, packaging, high margin, and brand authority. But I want you to play. If you can't play from number 1, from number 7, and number 6, and number 5, if you don't understand number 1 to number 4. If you don't understand number 1 to number 4, you may probably miss out if you start from number 5 to number 7. You will miss out. So because number 5 is talking about ODM, which is you influence it, which is original design. You create the mold, you design the way, okay, I want to do this lighter. Yes, true. The lighter is in the market. But I don't want this shape. So I need to create another mold that will make my own maybe shorter or longer or different. That means when you do that, you can customize it and pay Chinese. Nobody will use that mold. Once you pay for it, it becomes your property. That even the factory that created it does not have the right to use it for another person. Many of us know Buchi Mix here. That's what she did. That's why I see her design is always there. She's in court right now, dragging one Nigerian seller who has gone to produce it and selling it. They're always in court. So number 6, you need to do SKD. So you grow to SKD. SKD is importing the finished goods, but when you get to SKD and TKD, you're not doing what we call semi-knockdown and total knockdown. Meaning, I don't want to import this as complete job like this. So I can import it in pieces. The plastic come, the other thing will come in pieces. When I come, you just find one small place and call the electrician. They will keep on soldering it for you and packaging it. That's total knockdown. And you cut down at least 70% of expenses. Custom Nigeria will even give you is 5% VAT. 5% duty, 7.5% VAT. That is 13.5. But when you're bringing finished product, you're going to pay 20% duty, 25% duty, 7.5% VAT, which is 32.5. See the gap? You see the gap? So if you grow to the people who do SKD, TKD, then you now know that. That's why you see assembled in Nigeria. All those goods assembled in Nigeria is now doing SKD, TKD. Including Royal. They are doing assembled in Nigeria. So do you think they don't manufacture it here? They just bring it here and couple it here. That's why they can sell it. You now have market competitiveness. They sell it any amount and they can make profit from it. But the final one is manufacturing, which is I want every one of us to get to as we grow. The final one. So the next one, the final one is manufacturing. So manufacturing is important. So as you start small, your goal is to get to own a factory. So whenever you start today, have the goal that I want to own a factory. And give yourself 10, 15, 20 years. I assure you, you will own a factory. And that's how industrialization starts. Start somewhere. Tell your neighbor, start somewhere. Tell your neighbor, start somewhere. Don't blame your village people. So I appreciate you. Now, you can stay connected with us. Follow us on social media, please. Can you help me? Follow us on social media. That's Sam Potter Exporters, Facebook, TikTok. Make sure you get that. So you follow up. They do content. Whenever I'm around, I shoot video for them, and they use it for their engagement. So you should follow us there. Then make sure you buy the next page. Please make sure you buy the Pot to Profit book, which I explain. Most of these things I'm telling you is already there. So you will see more things you have not even seen. And not that beyond that, you even know tariff. We explain tariff, shipping, customization, all those things is important. And we have reduced it. If you want soft copy, go to seller.com. Buy from seller. Do you understand? That for those of you who want to read online, you don't want to buy on seller. That seller is 15,000. It's on seller on 15,000 because that one I cannot change the price. But it's outside here. You can go and buy. Pastor discounted his book. Me too. I have to discount my own. And let me not be the greedy person. So buy it for 10,000 and save yourself. So let me have the other projection. Let me have the trifold institute. Let me have the institute. The institute, Pot to Profit Global Trade Institute. Pot to Profit Global Trade Institute. No. Okay, let's stay here. This is a trade camp we're having on the 25th of September. So if you're online, offline, for online people, I think it's 30,000, but offline is 35,000. And it's happening in my conference room. This one is not happening in my conference room in Lagos. So this one will give you practical approach to whatever you have learned here. Trade camp, with just 2 days, where we'll be having a full time with me, and I'll dedicate my time to give you more knowledge. So 30,000 is something you can afford if you cannot come to Lagos. But if you live in Lagos, meet me in my office. But if you want to attend online, 30,000 is something that then you can attend. Next slide, please. Let me finish this. Next slide, please. Oh, all right. So that's okay. Maybe that was given to them yesterday. I think So now by God's grace, we are launching our institute called Pot to Profit Global Trade Institute. In that, we teach manufacturing, production, import, export, clearing, forwarding. It's a full institute where we teach all these things. So you won't miss your way. Because this is the first in Africa, I'm being honest. There's no school that will teach you what I'm going to teach. This is practical. In fact, when we get to the production, Chinese will come. When you come to manufacturing, we bring Chinese. Then when you're done, you can decide to go and do internship. Go and follow one Chinese to their factory and stay 1 month, 2 months. But that is your money, though. That's what we are going to be doing. So right now we run what we call Pot to Profit Business Coaching, and we run it in cohorts. The last cohort ended this month. We are starting another one in September. It runs for 3 months. So that Pot to Profit Business Coaching is ₦1 million. That's what I was telling Pastor yesterday. One person, ₦1 million for 3 months. Imagine paying ₦1 million to have me for 3 months. Every week I am with you. We think, we deliberate, you ask questions, we talk. Every time you just go ahead, I want to speak with him. Yeah, that's success. We have a 1 hour meeting, and every day we are on your table, designing your product, bringing ideas, brainstorming together. That's what we do. So for 3 months, so that course runs for ₦1 million. The cohort start again. Another cohort for the end of the year start again September. And that one. But for this class, anybody who is interested, speak with my EA. And I think I should give it out 50% discount. So if you have 500,000, you want to go with me for 3 months, so please subscribe. Something you can do. Something you can do. Then, for those of you who are already in the business, you want to scale your business, you want to connect with custom, you want to connect with NDLA, you want to connect with some standard organization, NAFDAC, please make sure you come to Lagos, 13th November 2026, in Eko Hotel. Regular is 250,000, that one no discount. That VIP is 500,000. You just come. We're going to be even having workshop. In that workshop, I'm interested in knowing custom, how do you clear custom? You come this side. If you're interested in how do I register my product with a NAFDAC? You come this side. How do I get my son's standard certificate? You come this side. I still have time. Increased. I thought it was 9 minutes ago, so I know that I have like 2 minutes more. Okay, so this is the, sorry. So it's outside. This flyer is outside. It's free of charge. So if you go outside, you can pick one. This one, you can pick one of these things. It's outside. This is outside. So you can go outside and check it out. Then download our app. We have Pot to Profit app. Pot to Profit. If you're using Android, you can just check Pot, P-O-T, 2. That is 2 like number 2. Profit. You download it. It's on Google Play Store. But for iOS, people use app, iPhone. Sorry, the Apple is still delaying the approval. But I'm sure maybe at the end of the month or first week of next month, they have not approved the app. But Android, we have gotten that. And that is where everything about Mr. Importer Exporter will be. So in that app, you have access to education, have access to knowledge, everything, conference, teaching, seminar, access to everything in that app. In fact, if you want to even ship, you can even ask the app, I want to ship 1 kg. How much is it to London? The app will just give you how much it will cost to so address. So we have, everything is on that app. Everything. Everything about is in that app. So you don't need to struggle. Download the app. Pot to Profit. Very interesting. Now they are working. I think they did 9 minutes before. All right, with this full ways of mine, I've been able to convince you, not to confuse you, that you need to own your life. If you leave this conference today and your life remains the same, next day we don't want to see you. Don't come again. If you live here and you remain where you are, I beg, mind yourself. Stay your stay, day your day, maybe day our day. But if you are ready for a change, link up with him. Because the problem we have is that we leave the source after we get small knowledge. Stick. Once you stay, more knowledge will come. Because this is where the knowledge came from. And I'm sure where it came from, more. So please, put your hands together for this man. I appreciate the man of God for me. Thank you so much. Thank you. So whatever you do in life, don't stay poor. Whatever you do, do not do it. Don't stay poor. Rise up from your feet and say, poverty, I reject you. Day your day, I day my day. Poverty, day your day, I day my day. I am here for Africa, and I will change Africa. So help me God. Thank you.